What's good? What it is? What's look like, y'all? It's your boy Suave back with a quick update video. You know, Super Bowl 60 is here. We're finally down to 2 teams vying for that trophy, y'all. So we're gonna speak about that. Plus, I gotta give my take on this Buffalo Bills situation. This has hit first take, first things first. Even some outlets have been talking about it, so I'm gonna give it an opinion on that. And also, who's gonna be our defensive coordinator? The Commanders have selected David Blau for their offensive coordinator, but who's going to be defensive coordinator? So I'm going to give an opinion on that. But without further ado, go ahead, relax, get a little drink, chill out, and then the show will start right about now. Alright, y'all, welcome back. Y'all already know what it is before we get started. And everybody know I do my motivation thing. And last week I did in the book of James. Now we're going to the Philippians book. I'm talking about Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 through 7. And it states this: do not be anxious or worried about anything, but in every circumstance and situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, continue to make your specific requests known to God, and the peace of God, that peace which assures the heart, that peace which transcends all understanding, that peace which stands guard over your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus, is yours. Make sure you understand that last part. It's yours. So what this means is to replace your anxiety with prayer, bringing all your requests, your worries, and your thanks to God. In response, so this is a two-way street, so y'all need to know this part, that God promised a supernatural peace that surpasses understanding to guard your heart and mind in Christ, offering calm beyond what you expect or feel. It's a practical guide. Instead of letting worry take over, talk to God about everything. Remember His care and goodness through thanksgiving, and trust Him to provide that deep protective peace. So basically, to just reiterate that, just give it to God. Things in this life happens. Bills happen, stress happen, worrying happens. Some things that's basically unexplainable. A lot of things unexplainable. It all happens, but it just says to give it to God. Make a petition to Him, prayer to Him. Don't let your anxiety and worries overtake what God can give. And He said He would give you that peace that surpasses understanding. That means when you're going through things in life, when things are hitting you left and right, when things are basically unexplainable, God will give you that peace to let you know you can keep on going, that peace to let you know He is right there, that peace to let you know no matter what happens, it will not overtake you. So that's the motivation right now. Whatever you're going through in life, whatever things are happening with your family, with bills, just life in general, just give it to God and you'll feel a peace. And when it's past understanding, your understanding, you'll start to realize, how do I feel? Even though things are going on in my life, why do I still feel like I can make it? Why do I still feel like I can keep going? Why do I feel like this is not overtaking me anywhere? Because God is doing what He said He would do. He will give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. So you can go on through it, you can keep on going, and you're going to get the victory, and God will lever out right for you, because He's always there. He never leave you, nor forsake you. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Super Bowl.
Are you ready for some football?
You know, for everyone on YouTube, yeah, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. You're gonna see the little notification thing come right there. Got a little sound for it. Man, matter of fact, while we at it, drop that dang on bomb right here. What's going on with the NFL season? Because it is now Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. Yes. So now we got the Seattle Seahawks, the 12-man led by Sam Darnold, versus, and he's not here. We're talking about the New England Patriots without Tom Brady. But they do got Drake made, led by the head coach Mike Vrabel, who was there during the Brady and Belichick era. Them Patriots was just running the NFL for 20 plus years. So he's back. Patriots versus Seahawks. It's rematch of the Super Bowl in which the Seattle Seahawks should have won, but they wanted to be stupid, i.e. Pete Carroll. Yes, I'm saying it. I don't care. He's a fool for letting that ball be in Russell Wilson's hands instead of being in Marshawn Lynch's hands. He would have scored a touchdown. The Patriots would have lost the Super Bowl. Seattle would have been a 2-time Super Bowl champion. But now we're up to this. So I know it's rematch. I know the Seahawks is waiting for this game when it happens so they can get that get back. And we know how that get back feels.
Woo, that get back I'm off.
That's right. So it's Seattle. And let me tell you something. This playoffs so far has been Seattle Seahawks all day. I mean, y'all seen what they did with the San Francisco 49ers. They put them belts to them. Then against the Rams, which was a great game. Really great game. I had a coach saying he was locked in. It was stressful. It was a great game, but Seattle pulled it off. And then you look on the flip side, you had the Patriots. The Patriots play against the Texans. I don't know what CJ Stroud was on, but he needed to get back to his rookie level because what he did against them was unacceptable. And then against the Broncos. Now, if we look at that game, yes, if the Broncos would have made those field goals, it would have been a Broncos possibly versus the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, which would have been another rematch. When the Seahawks played against the Broncos, it was Peyton Manning against the Legion of Boom. But they missed it. Patriots took advantage of it, and now the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So, I'm going to say it like this. A lot of people are probably on the Patriots that they're going to win. Mike Vrabel is probably going to win Coach of the Year. His team is playing great. But what Seattle's looking like right now, y'all, I know Legion of Boom was a very, very great defensive team, but this team right here for Seahawks is looking almost the same, if not on the same level, y'all. So right now, this is Monday, January 26th. My prediction is the Seattle Seahawks is going to get their revenge. They're going to beat the Patriots, and they're going to win that Super Bowl. But that's just for right now. My decision may change within a week or my next video when we discuss Super Bowl again. But for right now, I'm definitely going with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, let me talk about this right here. Most of y'all know who watch this video with sports, have been on football, the Buffalo Bills. And Johnny D, if you're looking at this video, I got to speak on it. Eventually, you'll come on my show and you can speak on it. But I had to say this, that firing of Sean McDermott was utterly
fickle. They're fickle.
It was not good. Listen, Josh Allen didn't play good. He really didn't. He had 4 turnovers. I mean, it just didn't play good. It is what it is. But I also can say that, yes, he may really gonna need some help. But to allow that Sean McDermott was a scapegoat, because reports have said that when the owner came into the locker room, he saw Josh Allen crying, and that was basically too much that Sean McDermott had to go. Okay, y'all, stop it. Josh Allen took it on himself as a leader, said he didn't play good. Sean McDermott has literally had this team basically near the Super Bowl almost every year. Almost near every year he's been coaching for the 9 postseasons he's been with them. And it either was the Chiefs that beat him, like we discussed last time, the Chiefs, Joe Burrow, and it was Houston Texans at first, and now he lost this game to the Broncos. So I understand that. But allowing Sean McDermott to be a scapegoat to fire him was utterly nonsense. Nonsense at its best level. And the reports are coming who are interviewing for the head coaching position. Now, Joe Brady will be a great candidate. That was the offensive coordinator. Great candidate. Brian Dable, I heard, will be a great candidate. He worked with Josh Allen as well before he got the head coaching position with the Giants. They ultimately fired him. But this name is what really... It's really triggering me right now. Phillip Rivers. Why Phillip Rivers is the Buffalo Bills interviewing them for the head coaching position? The reason why that's making me get triggered, because there's a guy that was in Tampa named Byron Leftwich, who also was a quarterback in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars, was offensive coordinator who coordinated, I don't know, possibly the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, when they won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. by his head coach, Bruce Arians, when they won the Super Bowl. So the simple fact is that Byron Leftwich name has not popped up for the Buffalo Bills is basically asinine. Phillip Rivers, what makes it weird because only y'all love Phillip Rivers, all because his fiery, his passion, and all the stuff he did when he played football. Okay, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. We beat him.
Not Byron Leftwich, who was with the greatest quarterback in NFL history, who has more rings than any team in the NFL by himself. And you don't want to have him come for an interview to coach Josh Allen? Who said what they say he have learned under Tom Brady, and that he could pass it to Josh Allen and maybe help them get over that hump to get to the Super Bowl and possibly win it? But y'all get Phillip Rivers. I don't know what's going on with the Buffalo Bills. I was really rooting for them. I wanted them to be in the Super Bowl because I want Josh Allen to be in the Super Bowl. And then I say that the Buffalo Bills didn't get to the Super Bowl this year. That it was going to be probably one of his last chances with the Buffalo Bills. On my radio show, Sports Insight, 7-9 a.m., our host, Jay Lee, even reiterate what I said, that I may be telling the truth because even he started to see it. I even heard Chris Canty on the morning sports show say that possibly that after this year they may want to think about trading to go to Matthew Stafford may retire and they go out and get Josh Allen or Joe Burrow to bring it to LA because their chances with Buffalo maybe wrapping up, which I had said. The Patriots are not going anywhere. They're in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, they're here. They're going to get healthy. They're not going nowhere. Who's to say Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals, spend money to give him some help? And he might not go nowhere. I mean, who else? The Texans. They still got that defense. Broncos. Really, the only reason they really lost because Bo Nix wasn't there. He was hurt. They're not going anywhere. So this window that you see that Josh Allen had is basically almost darn near closed. But what do you guys think about it? Should Buffalo Bills get Phillip Rivers? Or should they go after somebody else? Let me know down in the comment section. And now, to our entree, Commander News. Let's go.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders. 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 Left hand up. Who are we?
So, I know y'all have heard that David Blau is the new offensive coordinator. But what about defensive coordinator? You know, Joe Witt Jr. was the coordinator for half the season, if not majority of the season. But as you start to see, that defense wasn't looking too good, y'all. It is what it is. That defense was looking paper thin at times. So that's when Dan Quinn took over the defensive calling, and eventually was led to Joe Witt being out of Washington Commanders, who was Dan Quinn's friend. But now we got another name coming in. And I'll talk about the former cornerback for the Eagles, for the Packers, and I'm talking about Al Harris. So let's just listen to Tennessee 7 The Fan. This is just JP Finley and B. Mitch on potential hiring of Al Harris.
Al Harris is a dude that was with Dan Quinn in Dallas.
When the guys had 12 and 13 interceptions?
Al Harris was in Chicago this year.
They led the league in interceptions.
They led the league in interceptions.
He knows something about taking the football.
Where did you play with him?
In Philly.
What was he like as a dude?
Al, cool as hell. That's my golf buddy. My Tuesday and Saturday morning golf buddy. He's also been interviewed by Green Bay, which he's in their Ring of Fame.
Right.
So, you
Won
know,
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's something you have to be thinking about as well.
And so with Al Harris, I think there's legitimate excitement. With Carl Scott, the dude from Seattle, that's the defensive pass game coordinator up there. There is legitimate excitement about him. And I think when you look at what the Seahawks do, it's different. And it's a really confusing, hard system.
So you just heard from JP Finley and B. Mitch on Al Harris. And it's not done yet because there is something that was made me question a little bit about these new hires. And I'm glad on another show on Tennessee 7 The Fan that this commentator said what I was thinking as well when it comes to basically two green guys who have never called plays for the offensive defensive coordinator. Listen to this.
Focusing just on Harris as a candidate, I actually would be excited by it. My one curiosity, or at least anxiety about the hiring would be you have two really green coordinators now. And supposedly, when they hired David Blau, they said, all right, we need a veteran to call the defensive plays so Dan doesn't have to worry about both. We want Quinn or Quinn wanted to like not have to call the defensive plays and help out a lot, which he would have to do if you bring in. If you have two of those, that's a nerve-wracking situation for me.
And that's my opinion exactly. David Blau has never called offense. Al Harris has never called defense. So it makes you kind of think, when Dan Quinn as your head coach, as good coordinators, you would tend to want to kind of lessen the responsibility a little bit for the head coach. The offensive coordinator will call the play and go work with the offense, and the defensive coordinator will call play and work with defense, and the head coach may be here to dictate everything, make sure all the things are coming to him on decision-wise. But as you saw last season, he had to take over, so that could have put a little bit more strain on Dan Quinn. But now having two green guys, it's like, is this really the right fit for that? Because they're really new guys. Al Harris said yes, as a defensive coordinator. I think he's actually on the Ring of Fame for the Packers, and when he was with the Cowboys as their defensive back coach, they led the NFL interceptions. With the Bears, they led team interceptions as well. So we'll have to see if Washington pulls this plug on Al Harris to be the defensive coordinator. I think it would be kind of an exciting thing because, first and foremost, Washington. We need to generate some turnovers. That's number one. And then number two, with his style of play, or style of how he played, his coaching, maybe he can kind of get that excitement for Washington defense and maybe start to make some different plays, different formations, things of that nature. I am kind of excited. Hey, new guys need some type of experience to see if they can do this. Yeah, everybody keep going to the old people, the ones who are known and who are, got all this time. But sometimes new is better because new comes with new mindset, which can help a player out as well. Maybe they see things at a different rate. Let's look at what the Patriots doing with a killer like Mike Vrabel, who has been reported can teach this new generation of players, can understand this new generation of players. Could be in the locker room with them, and look what happened. They all came together, and now they're in the Super Bowl. So I see this excitement going up real good. I'm really excited that you go get Al Harris. I just don't want to be somebody who's so much of a friend that they don't know defense. We already had that with Joe Witt. It did not work. Time to move on. We already got David Blau, and we moved on from Cliff Kingsbury. Moved to David Blau, who never called offense. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see who's going to be the coordinator. Washington right now, as a Commander fan and reporting on the Commanders, it's a mystery a lot. But only thing we can do is trust the process. See if this process works out for the Commanders. It worked out under the year of Dan Quinn and Adam Pearce's first year. Second year didn't work out so great. So now we're in the third year. Now I gotta say this before I end this video. Washington fans, stop being so
Fickle! They're fickle!
I understand. Washington I'm just going with last 20 years. Last 20 years has not been good. We had times where we made the playoffs and won the division and all that stuff, but it was here and there. But for the majority, yes, it wasn't good. It's PTSD. One little thing, and it just triggers us right back to those. So this report, I'm going to speak this in the next video. I see in a report how people are starting to lose faith in Adam Peters. Like, y'all, just calm down. I spoke on it earlier, but it seems like this is getting more and more of an attraction to the point that some people think about getting rid of Debo and go get Brandon Ayuk. It's like, calm down, y'all. I understand how it is to be a Washington fan. I've been a Washington fan all my life. Hey, Washington won Super Bowl in 1991. I was 4 years old, y'all. 4 years old. They haven't been to a Super Bowl since. 2 years ago, they sniffed the Super Bowl, which has been up since 33 years, great. But look, y'all, new regime, new management, it's going to take some time. As you see, he's doing the one thing that a lot of fans want, was to go back to D.C. Who's to say that the other things that a lot of people want could happen? Could they go back to the old name? Who knows? But let's just take this a day at a time. I know 2024 season was magical, but I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing people put those clips on the internet. I've seen so much of when we beat the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. So much. I'm like, okay, it happened. Good. It was fine. It was fire. But that was last season. Last season. You see what they did to us this season? They smoked us. The same with the Seahawks. They smoked us. Stop living on the past, y'all. That Jan Daniels rookie year was magical, but it's time to move on. It's time to gear up. It's time to support our team, and it's time to keep on going. It's time to move on. Just like James Jackson saw, what have you done for me lately? Not 2 seasons ago, but lately. And this is what we need to focus on. So stop being fickle. Stop your PTSD, and let's see what the season's going to bring about. Let's get to the free agency and the draft just to see how the season's going to be, okay? All right? But what you guys think of this potential Al Harris being a defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders? Leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe to the video. And on the next episode, we're going to discuss the Adam Peters, the non-confidence in him. And we're going to really see, is it really non-confidence in him? Is he really doing bad moves? Or he basically just doing moves that you don't understand, and which you kind of don't need to understand as well, because he's running the team and he's getting the paycheck. All us fans could do is just hope that he's doing the best moves. He may know more than we think, so hey, he's in that position for a reason. But this is a quick video. This is your boy, Don Suave. I'm on the headset. I gotta go call some games right now. I'm about to go call the Super Bowl right now. Got go in the war room and see what's going on. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Peace.